certain parts of Europe, but it's also becoming an annual tradition here. And this show is about traditions. We're going to look at CBC Montreal and CBC Quebec's traditions. We were out in the community this month. We had a ball, and it was all thanks to you and your generosity this month. And we may have a little fun during the show as well. So sit back, relax, and Montreal. It's CBC's annual charity drive, from the NDG Food Depot at the 35th Annual Swing-In and tobogganing for Quebec City Camper Drive. It's CBC's annual charity drive, and we're here at Trinity Memorial Church collecting money for the NDG Food Depot. All of our programs were live from Trinity Memorial Church today, including Daybreak.
Here we are on Sherbrooke Street West. We are raising money for the NDG Food Depot. It's a beautiful morning. The knowledge on it. Yes, the journey is written by the Saudi when we talk again this minute, award-winning.
And Montrealers of all stripes stop by to donate. We're here with director Kevin Tierney. Kevin, now you have done some amazing films in your career. So what is it like?
Some dogs too. No, no, they're all been wonderful, but they weren't all as well received.
There you go. It's not your problem.
No,
it's their problem.
It's the audience's problem. They're wrong, but
what are you going to do?
Stupid critics, you know.
Now, what is it like for your family over the holidays when you decide to go see a movie together, when you're all together? What is that discussion like in the Tierney household?
Well, you see, our family is Irish. Okay, so we're Jewish Irish, and so for years we had Christmas Day at home, like all good, Irish Catholic shit. And then I realized, I always said to myself, what do Jews do on Christmas Day? And I realized, my wife told me, they go to Chinatown. So we changed it. And we've created a new family tradition. So we have Christmas Eve at home. We have brunch the next day. And then everybody has a nap and gets out of everybody's face. And then we go to a movie. And then we go to Chinatown. So we have the best of both worlds, the Irish and the Jewish. The problem is, of course, which movie. Now, you will be surprised to know that people in my family have opinions.
What? Yes. No. Yes. Even Jacob?
Oh, even Jacob and his sister, Encore Peter. Okay? She's like, so now to negotiate the movie, and now it's become a competition because we hardly ever see a good movie. We end up seeing something that everyone hates because it's usually everyone's second choice.
We're inside the Trinity Memorial Church, and today is a very busy day. It's your Food Bank Day, and Bonnie Sutar is the NDG Food Depot's Director of Development. Hi, Bonnie.
Hello.
You know, I think this is surprising to many people because they think of NDG as such a thriving neighborhood, but one at a top part of the island.
It is pretty shocking because when you drive around, it looks all leafy and green and lovely, but there are a lot of apartment buildings, and there are a lot of high-rises, and there's some hidden poverty, low-income people, and yeah, a lot of families that are struggling below the poverty line. Yeah.
How are you trying to deal with some of the underlying issues with just changing the way that the neighborhood and people who are using the NDG Food Depot, the way they look at food, the way they stock food at home?
Well, as far as food goes, we really want people to have access to fresh quality food, as you've probably been hearing all day. It's not just about canned food because we know that it's just so high sodium and it's just not a proper diet all the time. It's good for a part of the time. So we're trying to, help ourselves and other people understand that there's no us and them in our community. It's all us. We're all part of it, and we all have a place, and we all belong. So that means everyone really should have a right to have proper, healthy food, especially kids in school. Like what I've been working with some people in the neighborhood, and to hear that there are kids whose funding has been cut, so they will no longer, 600 kids at École Saint-Luc will not have access to a lunch. So we're the only G8 country that does not have a built-in lunch program in the school. So that means a lot of kids are going to school with no food. Maybe they haven't had breakfast, maybe they haven't anything for lunch. Their parents don't have anything. So the small way we can help is to give kids healthy snacks here, give them fruits and vegetables to put in the kids' lunches. However, we're limited at what we can do here. We can only give a couple days worth of food each time someone comes, and they can come twice a month, just to be fair to everyone. So we really have to help people have access to fresh food by encouraging, people to have food at good prices, try to help lower the prices of food where it's more accessible, and help people get more income. More income is really a key point here.
And how people reacted to so this is like I guess I would say over the last 10 years has been a new way of thinking for food banks across the country and for community organizations. So how do you think people have responded to this kind of new wave?
I think it's been slow in coming, but I really hear people speaking differently about poverty and recognizing like most people don't choose to be in this situation, that it's a complex set of circumstances that often people land in the circumstances that's not really where they want to be. And so a lot of people just need a little hand over a rough period, and we recognize anyone can have a rough period in their life. It's just, common. Things happen, you lose a job, your bills come in, someone gets sick. These things happen, it's just part of everyday life. So for us to be here and to help people through, it's not just giving out a couple of days worth of food, but we also have a meal program. So there we can sit and talk to people about what other things are going on, find out, are they getting all the income they're entitled to? Would they benefit from a job training program? How can we help them sign up for French classes? How do they, help landlord rights? Or we do so much here. We know a lot about the organizations in the community, and we help people connect with them.
And we've seen a lot of very wonderful, generous people over the last couple of days. It's been pretty incredible. Is there something that sticks out in your mind as to what has kind of struck you the most about the way people have responded to just getting more of the word out that the NDG Food, about what the NDG Food Depot does?
Well, I think what's really struck me is the last little while is that every single day people walk through our doors with either food or money every day. So it's become like it's become part of the fabric of the community. They recognize that, this is all of us here and we're all in it together. And the good health of our community members really affects everybody. Because if everyone's in good health or better health, fewer people are going to the doctors, we all could get into the hospital. So people just walking through the door and, feeling they can make a difference in a small way.
Bonnie, I hope this works out, and thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you all so much. We really, really appreciate what you're doing. You are awesome. Thank you. Thanks.
I'm here with Brian Lott, who is the NDG Food Depot's volunteer cook, probably one of the most active volunteers, Brian. You make 300 meals a day?
A week.
A week?
Yeah.
That's a lot of meals still.
It is a lot of meals. Like we have about 150 on a Monday, 150 on a Friday.
150, but it's still 150 per day.
Well, there's a need out there, so we decided that it was something we could try.
And how did you decide that this was your calling, that this is what you were going to do?
I'm not so sure I did, but I came in and started volunteering here on a Friday, just like everybody else that we have here, and we got together with Kim and said, well, we could provide a meal. Why don't we give it a try? We'll start small. We'll start with 50 or 60 meals, and now the 50 or 60's kind of grown a little bit.
And what kinds of foods do you cook?
A lot of soup and stew. I'm well known for our chili, all vegetarian, almost entirely. We don't really have a lot of meat, so we try to do really healthy stuff. But we also only cook what we have, which is mostly a lot of vegetables and canned food. We do lots of salads during the summer, lots of root vegetables and potatoes and carrots and stuff during the winter.
That actually sounds very healthy.
It is. It's great. It's healthy, and hopefully it's really tasty too.
And that's basically the focus as well of the NDG Food Depot, is not just to feed people, but to feed people well.
Right, and there's another part of it too. We're trying to encourage people to how to use the food that they're getting from here. So if you're getting carrots and potatoes and onions, what can you do to make a nice, nutritious, delicious meal? So we're trying to show them by cooking with the same ingredients.
How much did you know about cooking and cooking for this many people before you got here?
Well, not that much. But I've had some experience. I used to cook for a rugby club when I was a player back in 10 years ago. But I'm a pretty avid chef at home. But the rest of it we sort of learned as we go.
Well, it sounds like you're helping out a lot of people, and it's nice and warm in here. Even though this kitchen's a little small, I think you managed to. If you churn out 300 meals in this kitchen, what's everybody else's excuse?
Well, I don't think anybody's got it, right? There's no excuse, but doesn't matter about the space. We have lots of good people. We make it work. You should see it when it's really busy. There's 4, 5, 6 people working in here at the same time sometimes.
I guess you have to be careful not to bump into each other with knives.
Yeah, the rule is you can only say sorry once a day, because you bump into somebody after your first sorry, that's it.
That's a good policy to have. Thanks so much, Brian.
Anytime.
If you live in NDG or if you've come by the neighborhood and driven on Sherbrooke, you've probably passed by La Maison India. Well, La Maison India is a family-run business, and they give back quite a lot to their community. Sudipta is one of the co-owners of the restaurant. Sudipta, you're hosting a tea today at the NDG Food Depot. Tell us what we're having today.
You have big one is a vegetable samosa, and this is the meat samosa. It's a minced beef inside. You have a pakora, and this one is like a thinly sliced vegetable, deep fried, and also other one is onion bhaji, also it's a deep fried. And we have a gulab jamun, it's one of the dessert, and we have two different kinds of tea. One is chai with milk, and other with all the spices, and we have Indian tea is without the milk.
And of course, when back in India, we would call you a chaiwala today.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice name.
And you do a lot in the community in NDG. Why do you want to give back so much to the community? It's tough running a restaurant as it is.
It is tough, but we are so fortunate because we have such a great customer, such a great clientele, help from them, and also we have a very good staff, wonderful staff I have. We are so lucky that because of them, God bless us to do this for the community.
And your holiday season has been a very busy one. You're here today hosting the tea. You also have a holiday meal on December 23rd. So what are you going to be doing after the holidays?
We're going to relax, take a deep breath, and that's it.
And what has been the response of people to the work that you do in the community? Do people, the customers at your restaurant, do they know how much that you actually contribute and give back?
Yes, they appreciate so much. That's why a lot of people, because they come only to our restaurant. It's not only we have a good food, we have a good service, good food. At the same time, we try our best to do for our community.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks for helping out today.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm here with former defensive end, now coach, Anwar Stewart of the Montreal Alouettes. So what's it been like to be called coach this year?
You know what? It's like being called an old man, I guess. But it's been rewarding. It's being around the guys and, long hours, no naps. And, but it's been good. I've really been enjoying myself and looking forward to the next year.
And you've actually moved to this neighborhood, to NDG. What's it been like for you to adjust to the way the community works here?
It's been great. The neighborhood I'm in is they're close to the park there on Oxford, so very community-oriented, very family-oriented. So Kayla gets to go to the water park. She loves it. It's been great. A lot of open arms there, a lot of people that I've met. It's all about football and Alouettes was doing this and that. But it's been really good.
One of the things that we've learned while doing this campaign is the level of poverty here, and it is surprisingly high from what we see. How have you seen that, or how have you experienced that in the community?
Well, I haven't experienced it too much, but a little bit down the street, there is, some low-income housing. I wasn't born, didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth, so it doesn't bother me at all. But you know what? It's about how you see it. Actually, I love giving out an extra hand, or if it's something that I can do to help. Always willing to do that. And I just think that that's just something that was placed in my heart a long time ago as an adolescent.
You did a lot with the Montreal Alouettes as a player in the community and with children. Where does that spirit or that sense of community come from, of giving back?
You know what? I don't know if it comes from my grandfather, who really taught me how to become a young man and how to grow up and how to take care of myself. I think it's just something that, God has blessed me with, a giving heart, a good heart. Some people may think so, some people may not, but, I'm just a caring person, and I think at the end of the day, we have to do what we can to help those in need. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring for us. I have a degree, I went to university, I played, pro football for 13 years, but you know what? You never know what tomorrow may bring. So, anytime that I'm able to help and lend a hand, like I said before, I'm willing to do that.
Thanks so much, Anwar.
Thank you.
I'm here with Alex Gold Appel, the youngest volunteer at the NDG Food Depot. Alex, what made you want to volunteer here?
Well, I'd always known the Food Depot existed. Different people in the community had volunteered here before. I think when I was young, maybe 8, I came with my day camp once actually. So I knew the experience, and I had a gap in my school schedule, so I figured, why not? And I figured I'd come in and help people out.
What's the time commitment like for you?
I try to come every week, every Friday, for between 2 and 4 hours, so between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Fridays. Yeah.
And why do you think there aren't more people your age who are doing this? You seem to have made the time for it.
I honestly think people don't know that these food depots or any of these things are around, to be honest. It's not something you really hear about typically, and I happen to know of it from, people in my family or people in the community, but yeah, and, with school, people are usually busy during these times too, so I really just don't think it's something people know about or hear about.
And what do you get out of doing this?
I love it. It's really like gratifying experience. I love NDG. I love the community. I love being able to help people and you really get a good sense of the community when you're here. It's everyone coming together for the same reason, the same purpose, to help each other out and get by. And, yeah, it's good.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good one.
I'm gonna fuck them all. The stagnation of it couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off. Taking their time out behind my back. And I'm talking to myself with all the people I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And it makes me shining from my eyes. Can't leave it alone. 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 Just leave it alone.
We've been meeting some incredible people here today at the NDG Food Depot, and one of them is Caroline Baldwin-Perry. Hi, Caroline.
Hi there. I'm so glad you came here. Such a good thing.
Well, so many people through this campaign have been learning more about the NDG Food Depot, and you actually help out with young children, to get them to know what the Food Depot is all about.
That's right. I run what's called the religious education program at the Unitarian Church, which is only a few blocks away. So we can walk here. So every fall for the last 3 or 4 years, we've made food that we make all together, starting before Thanksgiving, giving thanks, vegetables, soup. Last year we made borscht. This year we made pasta sauce. And then we come over here on a Sunday where one of the board members very kindly lets us in. So the children get to see it and walk around, and we do a little packing of food that will be used for clients. And they get a little talk to about how the depot works. And I just think it's so important. They're mostly middle class, maybe upper middle class children, and they don't necessarily get to see this at all. And I just feel like this is their education into service work and volunteering, and I'm so glad that we do it. And I'm so glad the depot has such good programs.
What do they say to you after they start participating in this?
I don't think they say a lot. I just think they'll probably remember, oh yeah, we went there. There's not a lot that they talk about, and I never know. I mean, my normal programs every Sunday, it's hard to know how much sinks in, but I'm sure it does. I'm sure that the adults go along and are modeling this is important to do. It's communicating. So I'm so pleased that the depot has such a holistic attitude and that they really welcome the children's participation. Like, somebody from the depot always writes us a thank you note. I read it to the children. We do a lot of back and forth.
Thank you notes, good manners.
Yeah, right.
So the kids are learning good manners.
Yeah, and some of the children have made like posters. And this year we're doing a new thing because I wanted to we always have a ceremony in the fall that's called the water ceremony, where people bring water from wherever they've been in the summer, even if it's their backyard wading pool, and they dip it into a big bowl, and they talk about the quality of their summer, whether it was joyful, restful, sad, stressful, all those things, and the children pour water along with everybody else. So I wanted to talk about water scarcity issues and not buying bottled water because we need to support real clean water and all that kind of thing. So I asked people at the depot, was there something that the children could do about water here? And they said, well, we need some kind of activity kits for children who come with parents as clients. So we're making these like Ziploc bags with a few crayons, scissors, glue, and stuff to make a collage about water and some little fact sheets about water that are going to be here soon. We're just finishing them off, and then after Christmas we're going to make like simple jigsaw puzzles with a picture of water and then the same kind of information about how important water is. And that just delights me that we've done that cross-fertilization. So, all good.
You can never be bored around you, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Thanks so much for speaking.
Oh, you're welcome, and thanks a lot.
Well, today at the NDG Food Depot, we enjoyed a beautiful Malaysian-themed lunch, and that was thanks to these lovely ladies.
Sisters Sabria and Hanifa, hello and welcome.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. We are very happy and, to serve and come and be a part of all the communities, the one they're serving for the needy.
Everybody seems to be very happy with the lunch. It looked delicious, it smelled delicious. How does that make you feel?
We feel proud to be a part, and also we are proud to be that we have really served that everybody enjoyed it. Like I have seen, I was at the counter also serving the same time, people were commenting, oh, it's nice, not spicy, not too hot, not salty, and all that, and it was hot, warm, served with the salad and everything. We feel very, very proud to be a Canadian and be a part of our community, what we are here.
Someday, we just lie here watching the coast play. Paint a picture in the grass, and whisper in my ear, when we're gone tonight. One touch, warms us faster than the sun's light. Like a blanket overhead, these feelings free of sorrow. Yesterday, till tomorrow. Oh, 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 in and out of road, lost in this field of memories, sparkle in dark reflections, stay with autumn, and someday, all the suffering will fade to gray, as we look toward the skies, I'll get lost in your eyes. Oh, sweet wonders. Oh, 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 going down, and you grab me, and you spit me clouds, and you hold me till the morning sun returns.
That was Sunday by the New Montreal band Shire. Sarah Rossi is the singer-songwriter and keyboardist for the group. And Sarah, tell me about that song we just heard, Sunday.
Sunday. It's one of our first songs that we kind of worked on as a group. It's kind of a feel-good song talking about summer romance. This is the sing-along part. I like to encourage people to do the O's with us.
It's kind of cold, so it was nice to hear about something summery.
Indeed, we like to transport people to like that other world.
And Sarah, you earned a scholarship to the McGill Schulich School of Music and Jazz Performance. How did you all meet? And we have some of the bands behind us. And I think you're a big group. How did you all get together?
Well, we're all kind of affiliated with the Schulich School of Music, or students, or friends, or, the big community. So we met at school, and, these things often just fall into place with the facilities and the creative mindset. So it's all kind of at school, we kind of networked.
And was there an idea to keep the band small, and that just never happened? Or did you want to have this many musicians and singers together?
We used to be bigger. Yeah.
There's not a band big enough for that band.
Yeah, that's the thing. We didn't have a school bus, but originally it started as a giant orchestral thing, and we realized that just due to convenience of transporting the band, like we went on tour this summer and had to be 6 as opposed to a billion. So.
A little more than 6 people here today.
Yes.
And it can't be easy. You're studying. It can't be easy trying to earn money and make a living, let alone trying to perform on the side. So you did this for free for our charity day. So why?
Well, at the end of the day, we're playing music because it makes us feel good, and we just hope to extend that out to the listeners. So really, it's a win-win. I mean, we're students. It's true we don't have a ton of money, but I think that giving back, especially as artists, is a very important thing. So.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and good luck, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
More music coming up from the 35th CBC Christmas Singing. Every weeknight, join me for the latest local news and top stories. If it matters to Montrealers, you'll find it right here. Plus, we'll have the latest weather, sports, and entertainment. Weeknights right here on CBC News Montreal.
What do we really know about our food choices?
We're tremendously influenced by the environment.
We put food claims to the test. Are they myth or science? The nature of things. January 8th.
Bundle up for a bundle of winter fun in the nearby Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. There's no place like it, with 3 unique downhill ski areas highlighting versatile slopes, new mountain improvements, and value. Miles of groomed trails for snowmobiling and cross-country skiing. Escape to exciting seasonal events. An indoor water park, diverse dining, and shopping galore. Incredible, affordable, and easily accessible. The Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. Go to lakegeorgeny.com for a free travel pack and a chance to win a fabulous winter getaway.
Okay, listen up. These are your new Canadian identities.
I'm Gord.
This is a book on beavers. Read it, memorize it, and save your life. And here are your V8 sauces. Canadians love these. This plum sauce is delicious for dipping. The soya sauce is great for stir fries. And the honey garlic is amazing on ribs.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Exactly.
BH, Canada's favorite sauces.
If you've ever considered getting a walk-in tub, we have great news. No more cold seats. For a limited time, when you purchase a Safe Step walk-in tub, we'll upgrade your order to include our newest feature, a heated seat. That's a $600 value. Free. But that's not all. The new and improved dual hydrotherapy system now has foot massaging jets to help soothe aching feet. There are 10 water jets total, and 16 bubble streams that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and improve sleep. And as always, Safe Step walk-in tubs are built to maximize safety, so you can stay in your home and enjoy the comforts of bathing again. Call the number on your screen now for more information and a free, no-obligation consultation. Our new walk-in tub is affordable and could change your life.
Call 1-800-NEW-TUBS. That's 1-800-NEW-TUBS. Don't wait. Call now.
I've always said it. It sucks to be 6 inches to the right of the gold medal.
It's been 12 years of my life getting ready for this moment.
The Toronto 2015 Pan American and Sarah Pan American Games. Coming in summer 2015 to CBC. Proudly supported by CIBC. This is Canada's largest wedding show. It's Le Grand Salon Marion with hundreds and hundreds of exhibits with everything for your wedding day. See more of the latest styles and discover your perfect wedding. Le Grand Salon Marion with 2 spectacular fashion shows daily. That's Le Grand Salon Marion, January 10th and 11th, Place Bonaventure.
A successful day of shopping, a healthy diet, and ensure with proteins, 26 vitamins and minerals, when you need a little extra nutrition, you're on the right track. And this is Glucerna. It complies with the Canadian Diabetes Association nutritional guidelines.
Bundle up for a bundle of winter fun in the nearby Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. There's no place like it, with 3 unique downhill ski areas highlighting versatile slopes, new mountain improvements, and value. Miles of groomed trails for snowmobiling and cross-country skiing. Escape to exciting seasonal events. An indoor water park, diverse dining, and shopping galore. Incredible, affordable, and easily accessible. The Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. Go to lakegeorgeny.com for a free travel pack and a chance to win a fabulous winter getaway.
6 projects, each promoting fitness for Canadians, and you vote to determine the winner. The Play Exchange, January 9th at 7 on CBC.
Shake off the winter blast. See the world's greatest comedians bring down the house. Boom, Tuesday. Jim Gaffigan. I can't tell why my feet are, but I'm back. Just relax. Tuesday at 9 on CBC.
Mr. Bean's Holiday, Thursday at 8 on CBC.
Welcome back to our Montreal. Well, all month, CBC Montreal has been out in the community. We've been at the NDG Food Depot Food Drive. We had, of course, our big charity drive where CBC Montreal broadcasts live from Trinity Memorial Church where the NDG Food Depot is located. We collected almost $20,000 that day. We're still not done counting the money. You have been very generous this year, and it's been lovely meeting all of you through all of this. Well, today is the big day. We're at the sing-in at the Church of St. Andrew and St. Paul on Sherbrooke Street in Montreal. It is -10, and people have been lined up here for a while, braving the cold, and these people have been here for a while. How are you all staying warm?
Well, luckily the sun's out, so that's keeping us a little bit warm. And
A lot of layers. Lots and lots of layers under this. How many layers you got under there? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. This makes 5, I think. 5? How many sweaters do you have on? 2 or 3, 2.5? Is it working? It's working. Yeah, we're getting through it just fine. And you got a warm hat? Yeah. Yeah. And you look like you're bundled up too. You look like you're warm.
I am.
Looks like a really warm coat.
It's a little bit coat. I got it for Christmas last year from my daughter.
And so how long have you been waiting in line?
I guess about half an hour, 45 minutes.
That's not too bad.
Not yet, but we're not in yet.
Is this the first time at the sing-in for you?
No, I think it's my 5th.
Wow. Okay, so how does the lineup this year compare to other years in terms of weather?
It's sunny, which is awesome. Last year I was around the corner in the shade. That was bad, so I got here a bit earlier this year.
Okay, what song are you waiting to hear?
I like, I'm American, so I like the ones they sing in French.
Now it's 2014, in the blink of an eye, see a cousin of ranges thinking it rhymes. And even on the brink of collapse, to hit the jack delivering an equivocal fact. So y'all give me the sun, so I'm giving it back. I think it's about packing things and snaps like that. Oh, happy day. Happy day. Oh, 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 happy day.
I'm here with the group Effusion. They are selling out their concert venues well in advance. I'm joined by Emily Phoenix, who's the president of Effusion. Hi. Hi. And Max McCarty, who's the musical director. Hi.
Hi.
So normally you're performing indoors.
Yes.
It's a little easier to keep the vocal cords warm.
It sure is.
Yeah, it sure is. How are you managing out here? You know, we just try to stay positive. We groove. We just have a fun time, and that just makes it easier in the cold. And what kind of music have you chosen to be outside, to sing, to entertain people, to keep them warm while they're waiting in line to go to the sing-in?
We just did one just now. It's called Oh Happy Day. We try and go for happy songs, high energy songs. Anything's good to go from what we did at our last concert, and luckily we have some high energy stuff to warm these people up out here.
So what do you all do in your day jobs? You're all students during the day? Yes, we're all students, mostly McGill students in undergraduate programs. And how are you managing? Because you're getting to be a little bit too popular, maybe. I don't know.
It's nice. I mean, sometimes you get recognized on campus here and there, and that's kind of cool. It's really just fun. It's a fun extracurricular, and for us, I think it's a nice release from the day-to-day school stuff.
Now we're going to be inside the singing. Everybody's going to be singing along with the chorus, with the choir, rather, when we can. Are we going to be totally intimidated when we hear you guys sing together?
Hopefully we don't do that to people. In our concerts, we try and get people to sing along with us as well. We just did some clapping too, so you don't even have to sing. You can clap along with us if you want to. Yeah.
And Emily, how's it going? You've been outside for a little while. How long do you think you can keep this up? oh, you know, we can stay out here until we're shivering a bit too much to sing, but, you know, it seems like a good crowd, and we'll definitely want to sing to them for a while. Thanks, guys. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you very much. All right, everyone here is cold. I'm a little cold, and thank goodness the doors are going to open soon. So I'm going to head inside for the CBC singing.
Bienvenue à toutes et tous, and then thank you so much for joining us here in Montreal today.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
How lucky we are to have you. Is this your first singing?
Actually, it's not my first singing. I used to live in Montreal, over on Canot Street in NDG, and I'm very proud to say that I used to be a member of the choir at Church of St. Andrew and St. Paul. Why am I stumbling over that one? The ANP. And it was in 1980, the very first singing here at the church. And I am thrilled. Where is Wayne Reynolds? There he is. My old choir director, as they say, which is not true. He's here today too. He is the singing's founding director, and he'll honor us a bit later this afternoon by reading us a Christmas story.
Santa Claus song. Well, my stepson is a very disobedient boy named Jasper. His mother used to say he had an artistic temperament, but I think he's a brat. You're just a thing to put in his stocking as punishment. I guess that's better than nothing, the lump of coal said. And when Santa Claus put it in Jasper's stocking, the lump of coal found that being in a cozy sock was, in fact, better than nothing.
Is imagine you're reading this text for the very first time to a small child and telling a story. Rather than the first Noel, it's not the second Noel, it's not the third Noel. It's the first Noel, the angel did say. It's not my neighbor Frankie said, the angel did say.
A little update, the sing-in reached its $30,000 goal. This is a record-breaking year. Every bit helps. You can still donate online until January 5th. Coming up, we bring our charity drive to Quebec City and meet a young cake boss.
Check it out. The CBC News and Radio app for iPad and iPhone are iOS 8 ready. Your CBC just got better. Download it today from the App Store.
Bundle up for a bundle of winter fun in the nearby Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. There's no place like it, with 3 unique downhill ski areas highlighting versatile slopes, new mountain improvements, and value. Miles of green trails for snowmobiling and cross-country skiing. Escape to exciting seasonal events. Indoor water parks, diverse dining, and shopping galore. Incredible, affordable, and easily accessible. The Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. Go to LakeGeorgeNY.com for a free travel pack and a chance to win a fabulous winter getaway.
The question is simple. Do I roam or don't I? Do I surf or not? Do I share?
Should I email? Can I browse or not? Can I find myself?
Or let myself get lost?
Should I search, tweet?
Or share the things I love?
The question is simple. Do I roam or don't I?
Now, the answer is obvious. Introducing Roam Like Home. Now your Share Everything plan covers the U.S. for just $5 a day. So go ahead, roam on with Rogers.
A day at the park with your grandson. A healthy diet, and Ensure, with proteins, 26 vitamins, and minerals when you need a little extra nutrition. You're on the right track.
And this is Glucerna. It complies with the Canadian Diabetes Association nutritional guidelines.
For our wedding, we wanted moderation, and we got it.
500 guests,
A full orchestra,
9 chocolate fountains,
a 22-layer cake.
and my train was so long we danced the Continental on it.
But the drinking, now that was fun.
Meaning,
For women, the max is 2 drinks a day.
and 10 a week,
For men, it's 3 a day.
and 15 a week. And no one should drink every day.
You can moderate your drinking without moderating your fun.
If you can fun, moderation is always in good taste.
I knew from a young age I would be a storyteller. I would see and I would remember. I'm not a geologist. I seem to have trouble dying. By all accounts, I should not have lived this long.
This is the ledger in which you'll record the names of the Negro lawyers.
I wondered what my father and mother would tell me to do. Find your way home.
The Book of Negroes begins Wednesday, January 7th
I had been across a big river, and now I am back.
on CBC.
This is Canada's largest wedding show. It's Le Grand Salon Marion with hundreds and hundreds of exhibits with everything for your wedding day. See more of the latest styles and discover your perfect wedding. Le Grand Salon Marion with 2 spectacular fashion shows daily. That's Le Grand Salon Marion, January 10th and 11th, Place Bonaventure.
Online shopping. Soon it will be the way many of us shop for just about everything. And that's where we come in. Canada Post delivers more parcels to Canadians than anyone else. Canada Post, delivering the online world.
Since 1966, Le Parchemin has mastered the art of providing happiness to its customers by offering quality and refinement to its vast selection of fine jewelry from all over the world. You have something unique in mind? The experts at Le Parchemin's Custom Jewelry Workshop can create the jewelry of your dreams within your budget. You know, you cannot resist her smile. Give in to the temptation with the help of Le Parchemin. Le Parchemin, 2 locations, Place César and the Berry-UQAM Metro Station.
Bundle up for a bundle of winter fun in the nearby Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. There's no place like it, with 3 unique downhill ski areas highlighting versatile slopes, new mountain improvements, and value. Miles of fun trails for snowmobiling and cross-country skiing. Escape to exciting seasonal events, from indoor water parks, diverse dining, and shopping galore. Incredible, affordable, and easily accessible. The Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. Go to LakeGeorgeNY.com for a free travel pack and a chance to win a fabulous winter getaway.
Cooling in the new year with CBC. At 8, the Air Force returns.
Hello, Canada.
Royal Canadian Air Force New Year's Eve special. Then at 9.
Geez, if there's ever another Pompeii, every calcified corpse they find is going to be in this position.
Ron James, The Big Picture. And at 11:30. This is home of watches TV and New Year. 22 minutes. 3 great New Year's Eve shows. 1 special night. On CBC.
Welcome back to our Montreal. This is Quebec City's German Christmas market, a tradition in Germany for centuries and lots of Europe, but not so much here. But it's becoming a tradition in Quebec City. There's Glühwein, Stollen, Heise Schokolade, lots of other things that you can't really pronounce that well, but are very, very delicious. And we're actually in Quebec City for the annual Hamper Drive, the 19th edition, where we collected funds and non-perishable goods to give as Christmas baskets. And we also have some entertainment in studio this morning.
Drop off a cash donation, all you have to do is even just slow down. We'll run. I don't know. Just pull up to the front door and we'll grab your money through the window of the car. You don't have to worry about getting cold or wet.
Susan, how important is this Hamper Drive to the Anglo community in Quebec City?
It's really important. And the thing about the Anglophone community is that it's a small community, but it is a thriving community. And it is a community that's very well connected. When the time comes to do the planning of this campaign, everyone reports on the day, at the hour, at the day of the delivery. When you go to the door and you actually come to the front door with those boxes, you know, both sides of the door, it's fantastic emotion. The people who are receiving, but it's a wonderful thing for the people who are actually making those deliveries. It really is the kind of the culmination of the season and the culmination of months and months of work for those people who are involved.
We also spoke with Jen Anderson, one of the main organizers of the Hamper Drive here in Quebec City. She told us about a very special letter she received from one of the 230 families the Hamper Drive helps every year. Hi, Jen. Good morning. 19 years strong. What is the spirit like this year for the Hamper Drive?
Oh, the spirit is always amazing. People actually fight to be volunteers with us. We have Holly Jolly. We've got it.
You know, you give out the baskets, and you sometimes, you know, you don't know how people receive them. It's up to them to decide whether or not they're going to communicate with you. But you do get letters from people. How does it feel to receive those letters when you read them?
It really touches your heart, and sometimes I read them to our team before we start the year to help us get back into that feeling, because you have to remember that Christmas is a stressful time of year for people that just don't have the means to enjoy it the way some of the rest of us are blessed to be able to enjoy it. And so we just want to remind ourselves of why we do all this work, yeah.
And I know you've got a letter for us that is very touching that you received this year.
It is. It's from a family, actually, whose child had cancer when she was very young as an infant, which meant that although this was a family that both parents had a job, they had to take time off work, and they had a lot of expenses. You know, when you go to the hospital, there was all the parking and all of those things, and so they were really struggling to pay their bills, and they were put on the hamper list. And they received a hamper, and the mom I was speaking with the mom recently, and she said to me, I never had time at that moment to tell you how much that meant to us. So she wrote an email just expressing that, and I'd like to share some of that with you, because as she said, we quickly discovered that there's very little social help for parents of a sick child. The support received came from our family and our community. Receiving the box of food from the Christmas hamper was not only an enormous support financially, but it was also an encouragement to know that our community was caring for us. The excitement of discovering all the items that others had given to us made us feel as though it was Christmas morning yet again. We couldn't believe how much we received, and it took away an additional stress from an already difficult situation. And she went on to tell us that now her daughter, thankfully, has recovered and is in remission, and they go together and pick out the items that they will put in the hampers because they're able to help other families, and they're even delivering hampers with their children. They now have 2 children. So there's a full circle where you see that we were in, at the moment of crisis, we helped, and the community comes together.
If you've seen Cake Boss on television, you know its feature is a pastry chef from New Jersey who makes some spectacular cakes. Well, he's got a rival, and it's right here in Quebec City. CBC Radio met with a Quebec high school student who's also known as the Cake Boss, and he donated one of his spectacular cakes to a silent auction to benefit the Hamper Drive.
And where did the idea to decide and sell cakes, how did that come about?
Well, I wanted to start making myself money, and I was too young to start at the village here. And so I decided to start selling cakes.
So how long have you been making cakes for?
It's been 2 years now. I saw this on somewhere. And it was
on television, on the internet?
Yeah, it was like little fruits made of pâte d'amande.
Okay.
And yeah, and I thought it was really neat, so I put an ad at the desk, and it didn't go too well. Nobody called, but after I had the idea to start cakes, and the first night that I put an ad at the desk. One lady called the night that I put it, and we were really ready. So it was a bit rushing, but after a couple of weeks and months, it started talking, I started making a lot of cakes. Well, first the people ask me they tell me what kind of cake they want, and if ever I have an idea, then I stick with my idea. And if ever I have no ideas, then I go on internet and I research the kind of cake that they want, and then I see really good images, and I try to make that cake. I'm really happy making it. I really like it, especially the detail.
Awesome.
Coming up, vomiting for Quebec City's Hamper Drive.
The stories behind the stories of the year.
I do a risk calculation on every shoot that involves danger because it can change like that.
2014, through the eyes of CBC correspondent.
I could never do play-by-play. It's too hard to watch. I love it and I hate it.
Everybody back up, right now.
As I was running up the hill, police were running down the hill, saying, "Get off the hill, you're in danger."
Even Mansbridge hosts Backstory 2014, tonight at 9 on CBC.
Bundle up for a bundle of winter fun in the nearby Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. There's no place like it, with 3 unique downhill ski areas highlighting versatile slopes, new mountain improvements, and value. Miles of flume trails for snowmobiling and cross-country skiing. Escape to exciting seasonal events, an indoor water park, diverse dining, and shopping galore. Incredible, affordable, and easily accessible. The Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. Go to LakeGeorgeNY.com for a free travel pack and a chance to win a fabulous winter getaway.
A successful day of shopping, a healthy diet, and ensure with proteins, 26 vitamins and minerals, when you need a little extra nutrition, you're on the right track. And this is Glucerna. It complies with the Canadian Diabetes Association nutritional guidelines.
There's no taste like Twizzlers. There's no taste like Twizzlers. There's no taste like Twizzlers. From movie classics to TV hits, Twizzler has your entertainment with Twizzlers. The twist you can't resist.
On vacation, we want moderation, and we get it. We all eat together.
That giant pyramid.
We salsa all night long.
And end with a midnight swim. But the drinking, now that's mild.
Meaning?
For women, the max is 2 drinks a day.
And 10 a week.
For men, it's 3 a day.
And 15 a week. And no one should drink every day.
You can moderate your drinking without moderating your fun.
It's your next card. Moderation is always in good taste.
This is Canada's largest wedding show. It's Les Grands Salons Marion-Nous, with hundreds and hundreds of exhibits with everything for your wedding day. See more of the latest styles and discover your perfect wedding. Les Grands Salons Marion-Nous, with 2 spectacular fashion shows daily. That's Les Grands Salons Marion-Nous, January 10th and 11th, Place Bonaventure.
Leave your finances to me, said son of a...
There is a very small amount set aside for you, and one asset the government has allowed you to retain.
They can't.
David, help me with the doors.
No, I can't. I just got out of the
I
shower.
need help with the doors.
Help him with the door.
You help him with the doors.
Pick up a hammer and nail this coffin shut.
Let's give ourselves an upgrade. Not that kind. This kind. So let's go here for more of these. Let's discover some cool stuff. Like that, and that. Let's save and feel like this. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Boxing Week Door Crashers and Monday, December 29th.
Online shopping. Soon it will be the way many of us shop for just about everything. And that's where we come in. Canada Post delivers more parcels to Canadians than anyone else. Canada Post, delivering the online world.
gives you wings.
Bundle up for a bundle of winter fun in the nearby Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. There's no place like it, with 3 unique downhill ski areas highlighting versatile slopes, new mountain improvements, and value. Miles of flume trails for snowmobiling and cross-country skiing. Escape to exciting seasonal events, an indoor water park, diverse dining, and shopping galore. Incredible, affordable, and easily accessible. The Lake George area in New York's Adirondacks. Go to lakegeorgeny.com for a free travel pack and a chance to win a fabulous winter getaway.
Here you are back again.
A second shot at their dreams.
Last time we made you an offer, you turned us down. This is where we find out if you really came here to do a deal.
What would you sell your business for?
A special second chance Dragon's Den. Wednesday, January 7th on CBC. Brought to you in part by Canada Post.
Every weeknight, join me for the latest local news and top stories. If it matters to Montrealers, you'll find it right here. Plus, we'll have the latest weather, sports, and entertainment. Weeknights right here on CBC News Montreal. Welcome back to our Montreal. We're at the bottom of the newly renovated 1884 ice toboggan before its official opening. People will be able to go on this slide all winter long. And it's called 1884. What's the significance of the name?
It's actually the first year of operation of the original slide, which didn't look like it is now. But already in 1884, people would come and slide. That's why we